This notebook right here holds exactly same things, same number of notebooks, same number of pages, but as you can see, one of them is much thicker than the other one. I want to compare these two. I have gotten a lot of questions about how these two compare. I did a comparison a little while ago on the Paper Republic Grand Voyageur and the pocket size against the Traveler's Notebook. I've also used the Lochby mini field journal, so I figure a good comparison between these two is granted. Hi, I'm Luis, this planning engineer, where I break down the analog tools for intentional systems for planning and thinking clearly on paper. By day, I design bridges, so I'm a little obsessed with the details. So if that's something that interested you, come along with me as we compare these two in great detail and tell you exactly what fits in which and my verdict on why I chose the Paper Republic Grand Voyageur in the pocket size to be my everyday carry. So here's what we're comparing. This is the Lochby mini field journal, the wax canvas. It's built tough. Feels like a toolkit that you can carry and toss around and do whatever with. I used it actually for several months to take my field notes in here. I had a cool full 4 notebook system, but again, it became a little bulky. And that day, I decided to, again, downsize. I carry a field notes with me in my pocket for a little while and just trying to figure out what was the best setup for me. That's when this one came to be, the Paper Republic Grand Voyageur in the pocket size. Again, this one is in olive, it's leather, it's much slimmer. It molds to the pocket and you can see it's starting to develop some really nice patina and some character along the way. These two hold exactly, again, same amount of notebooks. You can stuff these Grand Voyageur as much as you can if you don't mind in the overhang. So let's see, we have 3, 4, 5, 6 notebooks. Again, you could, in theory, fit these many notebooks in here. You will have some overhang, which I do not like. So I wouldn't necessarily fill it up this much, but that's something you could do. The max I put in here is actually 2 notebooks. And I like it that way because then I can fit my pen right there in the side. I can close it. Everything is kind of protected in one package. I'm looking to add some sort of pen loop on an insert that just lives in the middle and is attached. That way it's a little more protected from falling down. This pen has fallen down a couple of times out of here. Again, is a titanium bolt action pen from Big Idea Design. So it's pretty tough and that's kind of why I carry it around. But I do want to protect it just a little bit so I'm not losing it. And something like that, I think will be a great addition here in the future. The question really isn't which one of these is better made. Obviously, both of them are tough, both of them serve a unique purpose, but it's which one you will actually have on you when you need it. So I have seen a lot of videos about this tube. I have never seen exactly how much you can fill it up if you were to stuff it to the brim. So let's start with the Lochby here. Again, they come with 4 elastics that I'm gonna use. So there's 1 notebook, there's 2 notebooks, there's 3 notebooks, there's 4 notebooks. So obviously 4 elastics, 4 notebooks, very comfortably. It closes, no issues. Again, it feels great in the hand to carry these around. It's a little bulky again for kind of an everyday carry, but it's such a great compact system if you're going to carry several notebooks. It feels tough, it feels durable, you can write on it. It does have an extra height, so you're protecting notebooks a little more. Obviously, you could possibly fit, let's say, an extra notebook back here, and that will still close. Again, it's kind of getting tight. Some of these notebooks may need to be adjusted and maybe moved around, but that's probably as much notebooks as you're gonna get. You could try fitting one in the front, but I think it's gonna get too tight. And again, if you don't care about a little squeeze, I guess you could do it. Some of the notebooks are gonna start to see some wear, which is totally fine, as well as the Lochby cover. But again, that's 6 notebooks. Again, that is a loaded package and something that is pretty impressive for the size. Able to carry 6 notebooks in a little package like this, it is pretty impressive. Now, let's look at the Paper Republic. Like I said, if you were going to stuff it, you could. It is going to get pretty chunky, similar to this one. So let's get these ones out of here so we can compare. And I don't have what's needed for the Paper Republic to attach all of them. Usually you'll get some jump bands. I don't. I actually just put my notebooks in the 2 available bands. So let's see what happens if I put 2 more on this side and 2 more on these sides. So that will be 6 notebooks there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I imagine these will close just fine. The beauty of leather is it will start molding to your notebooks. So you can adjust the spine, everything will kind of fit nicely. And honestly, that feels pretty nice as well. It's pretty chunky, not as chunky as the Lochby, just because this one again has the wax canvas, the thicker cover, but this one right here fits 6 notebooks perfectly. I should be able to adjust this to make it fit, but that is a really nice package there. I could still fit my pen in there if I get a loop. And honestly, I don't see any overhang or anything. I've never actually loaded this much because I wouldn't want to carry this many notebooks with me all at once. But if I needed to, I could definitely do it. Again, the leather is going to start to mold to the notebooks eventually, and the spine is going to fit nicer. And this feels nice and chunky. This also applies if you have a thicker notebook and you want to fit it in here. That will also be nice. But again, pretty impressive with the amount of things these covers can fit. So if we're going to get pretty nerdy here, let's kind of measure what these ones are. So this one is right about a 1/16 of an inch, about the thickness of the leather. So again, pretty slim. This one right here is going to be kind of dependent on where you're measuring it, but if you measure kind of the thicker side, probably get closer to probably 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more than that. So it's about 2 times as thick. So definitely something to consider when you are purchasing these 2 notebooks. Definitely, again, more durable, thicker, better material in terms of like durability. Leather is going to last you forever. I have a few leather products that I own and they will surely last forever. The self-developing some really nice patina. You can see it a little shiny there as well, but you can see every mark, which I actually appreciate.